My name is Colleen, and this is my kitchen. Believe it or not, this was me 4 years ago. I struggled with my weight my entire life. And finally, I came to the realization that diets don't work. By simply eating healthy and moving more, I was able to lose over 100 pounds. I started at a size 26W, and within about a year and a half, I went to a size 12, no W. And best of all, I've now kept the weight off for over 2 years, and counting. So now here I am in my kitchen showing you how you can eat healthy and lose weight just like I have. Because if I can do it, you can too. Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Tonight I have a really great butternut squash recipe for you. We are going to be making a roasted butternut squash marinara over penne pasta. We're going to be taking butternut squash and cherry tomatoes and roasting them together and making this marinara that is absolutely out of this world. It's perfect for this time of year when butternut squash is in season. So to get started, I have my oven preheating to 375, and let's go ahead and get everything mixed up and roasting. First off, for this recipe, you don't want to roast these in a single layer. You want to use some kind of a shallow dish where they can kind of pile on top of each other and really meld the flavors and the juices from the tomatoes and the butternut squash. So I am using just a bakeware, a bowl that has a cover with it. You want something that can be covered. And then we're going to go ahead and start with 2 cups of chopped butternut squash, and these are in about, roughly 1/2-inch pieces here. And then we have equal parts, 2 cups of cherry tomatoes, and these are just mixed cherry tomatoes. Let's go ahead and drizzle that with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I have 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh rosemary. This adds a ton of flavor to the dish. Add a pinch of salt. Give that a good toss. Then lastly, I have 1 bay leaf here. I'm going to just pop it on top. Now that I have this all ready, what I'm going to do is go ahead and cover it. We're going to bake it at 375 for 30 minutes covered. That's going to let all the juices pop out of the tomatoes. Everything's going to melt down really nicely. So 30 minutes covered. Then I'm going to take the lid off and roast it for another 15 minutes uncovered, just to let everything get that nice caramelized flavor to it. Look how beautifully this has roasted up. It's so colorful. Let's go ahead and take out that bay leaf. Now I'm just going to use my fork to go through and smash up the squash and the cherry tomatoes and blend them together. Once that's smashed up, let's go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of red wine. Now I really like to use a full-bodied red wine for this, and I'm using a Washington State Cabernet Sauvignon. And then we're going to add a clove of garlic. You can mince it in there, you can press it in there, either way. And let's just add another pinch of that coarse sea salt. And that is it. This is going to turn a nice dark color from that wine. Still retain a little bit of the orange from the squash, the red from the cherry tomatoes. Now if you like your sauce to be a little bit thinner, you could always thin it out with some water from the pasta. And speaking of pasta, I have 8 ounces of whole wheat penne pasta that I have cooked up according to package directions, cooked in salted water. I really love to use the penne pasta because they have these nice tubular shapes, and so it really catches all of the sauce from this dish. So now all that's left is to serve this up. This recipe is going to serve 4 people. Let's go ahead and get some pasta there. Top it with some of that wonderful roasted butternut squash marinara. And then I have a 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese on each serving. Again, this dish serves 4 people. That's it. I'm going to go sit down, enjoy my dinner. I hope you'll give this a try, and I will see you next time in my kitchen.